All right, so basically what we want to do here is we want to learn the fast track to making content method. So this is a manual method where you're just going to learn how to build a video for AI as well as script it and some basic things that you're going to need. This being a manual method, it's more about just learning the process, figuring out what needs to go into how this thing, all this works, and then um, we'll build out the automation pieces around in a different set of videos and training. Essentially, before you get started, you're gonna need some prerequisites met. You're gonna want to have something to promote, something you're either a skill that you have, a product that you're familiar with, or like you're affiliated with, a course, something. You're gonna want to have social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can pick one, you can pick several. You need to have at least a couple of hours a day. You could probably get by with 1 hour a day if you really wanted to. Posting 2, 3 times a day, something like that. You have patience to learn action, to take action, and things like that. So that's a typo there. And then basically, you're going to want to have some tools like ChatGPT and Gemini. You're going to want to basically generate a core topic and subtopics. So this is the concept that you're going to be good at, or aligns with whatever your goal is, your call to actions, that sort of thing. And then so from there, you're going to want to take your core topic, insert it into this prompt, and then let it spit out the subtopics and things like that. And we're going to use that to generate the hook. This is our goal here is not to get views and produce mass produce AI videos, uh, also known as like AI slop. Um, if that's your thing, if you want to produce like high quality AI videos, that's cool. This isn't about building a multi-million view video in order to get a lot of views and monetization. You can do that. That's a lot of these techniques are going to help with that, but that's not the intention with this specific training. So essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hook. We're gonna use ChatGPT to generate the hook. Uh, I recommend using my CopyGPT here, which is just a custom GPT that I built and trained. You can find that in the ChatGPT custom in the GPT's marketplace, or actually, there's a link to it. Sorry. Um, from there, once you have that, you're going to want to build out the rest of the script, which is going to be based on the hook and the target audience. It's going to have some different call to actions. You're going to want to pick one based on where the video is going to go. Um, each each social has its own uniqueness where you have to do generally a call to action. There are some call to actions that can be kind of fit all scenarios, but not always. From there, so you just have to deliberately pick the call to action that you're going to want based on the output of the video and where it's going to go. So YouTube would have a different call to action than TikTok would have a different call to action than Instagram. So from there, what I like to do is I like to go to Unsplash. Just go to Unsplash, grab an image. So like I just look for anything that's interesting, right? So like you could take this video, this image here, and do something with that. But in this case, I will take something like, we'll just do this together. I'm just looking for something interesting, intriguing. You could search. I took this one. Like I have an example of this one. So let me show you that. So basically, what I did was is I took this image, I went into ChatGPT, and I basically just uploaded it, and I said describe the image. And then from there, what I do is I take that description and I upload it to Gemini, right? And then Gemini created the video. And so the video has audio. And that's one of the reasons why I like Gemini. So it basically just prints out the video with some audio. I'm not using any kind of voiceover right now. Not sure I have to. I would say that if there's no audio generated or you use some other tool and there's no audio, either add music or add voice over. Don't have to get that far into the weeds right now, I would say. And then once that's done, you basically are going to download that. So let's go back to our instructions here. So we essentially, what we did is we grabbed the image from Unsplash, we downloaded it, we did a description on it by uploading it. So that went to ChatGPT. We uploaded it, we said describe it, and then we copied the description, and then we pasted it in this prompt. I'll show you that prompt real fast. So that's this prompt here. That's prompt 5. Basically, you got to replace this with the description. So ChatGPT is good at describing the image, and then this prompt will help you do some interesting things with the image to make it come out. Also, I find Gemini produces better video than ChatGPT's Sora. So from there, you download it. I just open it up in CapCut. Sometimes I'll have to duplicate the video to go beyond 8 seconds, make it 16 seconds or whatever. To be honest, the shorter the better because it's going to be easier. As long as they can read the captions that you're overlaying, the text, you give them enough time to read it. It's more in your favor that it's shorter than longer because it's longer, you have to fill that space and you got to keep them hooked to the video the longer. So a shorter video is really easy to do that with. As you get better, you can increase the time frame. I find that a single 8-second video moves text too fast, and I'm not a fan of it. So I eventually I just do a like a 16-second, and then I'll do like the first 3 to 5 seconds. I'll put the hook, and then I'll add the second, and then so it's basically like a 4-sentence thing, right? The last one being a call to action. Now you can go way beyond that. I haven't been lately. So once that's done, you have your video. You want to export it in CapCut. There's tons of tutorials on CapCut. It's super easy. I don't think there's an easier editing tool. From there, you want to upload it to your social. I'm not going to cover this, but I basically have some additional prompts for writing titles, descriptions, and comments that I use. I'll drop those somewhere down the road. Essentially, you want to write a title, and you can use my CopyGPT on that. It might make it a lot easier for you. But I tell it to write me a title, description, and pinned comment based on the script. I leave specific call to actions like YouTube. You can ask them to leave a comment and just follow up in the comment section. Um, Sometimes you can put it in either in the pinned comment if you want to send them a link to somewhere. If you want to put it in the description of the video, you can do that as well. Write a caption for Instagram. So Instagram, when you're uploading the video, you're adding a caption that shows up as kind of like a comment. And in there, I usually ask people to comment, a word, and then I'll have like ManyChat do my follow-up sequences after that. From there, though, one of the things you can also do with Instagram is have the call to action in the text overlay. So you can do the same thing with TikTok. The problem is you can't put a description and you can't put a link in TikTok. So it's like you can't link in the comments, you can't link in the bio profile area. Like you can do that in Instagram, but you can't do that in TikTok, at least until you have enough followers. And I forget where that number is, but ideally, once you reach a certain number, and you may already have a following. So if you do, cool. But if not, you'll want to make sure, basically in TikTok, what I like to do is actually my call to action is like a URL to a website that is like a custom domain for that specific URL, which just redirects, which is a bunch of technical hurdles to do, but it's not hard for me to do that, so I did that. But essentially, just remember you have a lot of options in YouTube. You just have less automation follow-up. Instagram's the easiest to automate and follow up, and TikTok's the most difficult to automate and follow up. Now, I do have access to, in my Go High level, I do have access to like manage some of my socials comments. So that's also kind of brings it all under one view. But it's not perfect. Then when you're uploaded to any of these platforms and even though you're using a real live image, make sure you tag it as AI. Just let them know you're using AI content, and that, because we are using AI to generate the video and potentially other things. The idea there is just always to make sure that we're straightforward on that. So that's pretty much it. After that, it's just a matter of letting it fly. Just upload it and see what happens.